Okay, to start today, I'm showing you a picture of the drawing that we're going to do. And when I draw, I like to have something in front of me. You can actually find this drawing on my website. You can order it on Etsy. I will give you the information in the link below. My son is going to draw with me today. We're going to actually start with the leaves. So I'm going to start in the center of the page. So you have to think, if you take your two fingers and then you meet them at the middle, and then you're also going to, from the top of the page, it's a little below the center. So right about there is where we're going to start.
Right here?
A little lower.
Okay.
I would say right about here. Okay? And then we're going to make a line that has a little curve in it. And then we're going to make one other line right next to it. Just a thin line. Okay, and then we're going to make the leaf. So I'll start with the top leaf. And the top leaf just looks like that shape. So you make two curves. We'll do that with the next one too here. I'll make a little bit of a line off to the left. Then I'm going to make a big curve, pointy tip, big curve out, and then back in. And then I'm going to make another straight line that goes off from the branch, and we'll make another leaf that same shape. So two curves that meet each other in the middle, the pointy tip at the top. We're going to make a couple of these on the right hand side here. This line is going to go straight out to the right, and then two big curves. And one more below it that's a little bit longer. You can see this one comes out a little further, and then make a little short one at the very bottom. It's going to be about half the size of the other ones. Good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a line over on the left side. Then we're going to make a leaf that goes off of that. So one curve on the bottom, one curve on the top. That one's pretty long. This next one is going to go out to the left. And this one is going to be sort of a little bit shorter. Now we're going to start with making the panda's eyes, which is going to be above this plant that we just drew. So if you take your finger on the side leaf and bring it up just about 1.5 inches maybe, you're gonna make a circle right there. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. We're gonna take our finger from the leaves on the left and we're gonna pull it up, and you're gonna make another circle on that side, about the same size as the circle you just did. Inside the circle, we're going to make two little oval shapes. That'll be the glare in the panda's eye when we're ready to paint it. Now, around panda's eyes, there's a black patch. So look at the shape of this black patch before you draw it. It's a little bit of an odd shape. It's not a circle. It's similar to an oval, but not exactly an oval. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. Good. That one almost looks like a kidney bean. Okay, and then right below his eyes, we're going to put a nose. So right in the center, and it kind of matches up if you look at the patches we just put on his eyes. If you take your finger and go to the middle, that's from the bottom of the patch. That is about where we're going to start the nose. We're going to make a flat line, then we're going to curve it in. We're going to make a U shape up and curve around that corner. Good. Well done. Now we're going to make two little shapes that are sort of like kidney beans again on the side of his nose, and they're diagonal. And then we're gonna make a U shape. If you start from the bottom of his nose, now if your plant is in the way, your shape is gonna look different than mine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a U shape right here, and it goes up to his eye. And then I have to go around the plant. I don't wanna go on top of the plant, right? Because if I go on top of the plant, then that's gonna look funny. So I'm gonna go next to the plant. I'm gonna skip the plant. And I'm gonna put another U shape on this side. So you kind of just have to draw around the plant. And then underneath that, we're gonna draw his mouth. So this is actually gonna be like his tongue right here. So we're just gonna draw a line that curves in, and we're gonna pretend like we're drawing a line on the plant, but we're not. We're gonna make a hop over the plant, and then we're gonna finish that curved line going back up. So that's his tongue. Good. Okay, now we're gonna make his head. On the top of his head, we're just gonna make like a big upside down U, just kind of a big curve. Kind of goes around his eyes. Okay, and then watch this on the side here. I'm gonna make a curve that goes out and in. So you see how this isn't gonna be a perfect circle. I'm gonna do that on the other side too. I'm gonna continue this line, and I'm gonna curve out, and then I'm gonna just curve in. Again, we're not going on top of the plant, we're going around the plant. So then to finish his face, we're gonna put his chin right between the plant.
Like this?
Good, just like that. And then under his mouth, we're gonna add another little line here. Or that's under his tongue, I should say. Okay. Now we're gonna make his ears. So his ears are just gonna be on both sides of his head. So I'm gonna make just a little half circle here, and the same on the other side. Get those fun ears. And then we're just gonna make a little bit of these lines are a little squiggly in here, but it's another curved shape on the inside. Okay, and then we're gonna make his arms. Now his arms are gonna be holding that plant that we made. So we're gonna start, if you look on his head, we're gonna start about right here on his head. And we're gonna take this arm down off to the left, and we're gonna curve in to the right. And it's gonna curve in below the plant. And then we are gonna make like a paw here. So this paw is gonna curve in, kind of touches the plant there. Then we're gonna finish going like that. Let's see, good. And then I'll just make a little shape up here, which is just gonna show his arm, but again, we're not going on top of the plant. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to make his other arm. We're gonna take this line down, we're gonna curve it in, and this one's gonna go below his other hand. Watch this, it goes below his other hand, and then we're gonna curve it up. And to finish the arm, I'm gonna make a line in between the plants. Now this side of his arm is gonna end up being black, and the same over here. And then we're gonna make some cute little claws. I'm gonna make 3 little claws, and these are just little angles here. Maybe they look like V's. I'll make 4 on this side. Okay. And then we don't have a lot of room on the bottom of the page, so I'm just gonna go like that to show the bottom of his body a little bit. And now we're done with the drawing portion of the video. Well done, Jude. Lovely panda. Okay, next we're gonna get into painting. We're gonna watercolor, so get your watercolors ready. And we'll get started on that. Oh, you know what? I forgot one thing. I did actually have a little leaf by the bottom of his arm. If you have space, you might not have space. I don't think you have space. Maybe you do. I'm just gonna add one more little leaf right here. And that one's kind of behind his arm. Okay, all done. Okay, now we're gonna get started with painting. Jude did a second drawing here, so he's gonna use this panda. And we'll start with the green leaves again. And try to just put a little bit of paint on your brush.
That's too watery.
If it's too watery, then you need to dip your brush on your napkin and it won't be as watery. Now I'm gonna make a dark green and add just a little bit of a dark green. Not a lot. Now the center of the branch here is a little bit greenish brown, so I'll take some of that light green, just a very little tiny bit. And it's gonna be, your brush is gonna be mostly dry. And then I'm gonna get some brown and we'll finish it off with a little brown. Next we're gonna do the tongue. So we're gonna make pink.
It looks like
You could also use peach. Pink or peach.
oh, it looks like peach.
Okay, now let's use our black. So I'm gonna use two different shades of black. I'm gonna use a dark shade and a light shade. So how would I make a light shade of brown, and what do I mean, or black, and what do I mean by that? So first, I'm going to make like a watered down version of black. So let's start with the ear, and you can maybe use your medium brush for this. Feel free to move your paper around. Sometimes when I paint, I kind of move my paper in different directions. Now we're going to use our very thin brush, and we're going to use very dark black, so the brush cannot be very wet. Now we're going to add some gray shadowing.
This completes our panda painting. If you like these videos, please subscribe and hit the notification button so you can be notified when the next video comes out. Find more videos like these at yourartlesson.com.